Hi Cancer, how are you? How's it going? How is things? I am Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and you my lovelies, you're always welcome here to this Tuatha, this tribe. This is your bi-weekly reading for July the 17th to July the 30th, 2017. And remember, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Check out your moon and your rising sign videos as well. It's not a problem, okay? Well, my darlings, how have you been? How are the Cancers? Did you have a nice birthday? I hope you did. I hope you're still enjoying it now, actually. Actually, I think we're just finishing up now and we're going to be going into Leo soon, which is quite nice as well. Lovely. Right, so guys, first of all, thanks for being here with me. I'm so grateful that you're here and I love us being here together like this. I decided to do a little bit of a different thing this week because I don't know about you, but I get a bit bored of the same spreads, right? And I just felt like July is the kind of, for me, it's the time of year where, you know, half the year is gone. Easy. Half the year's already gone and we're coming into kind of the end of summer, start of autumn, and it's nice just to see where we're going and where we're at, okay? Especially as people. Big fan of the individual and the individual journey. That's kind of what fuels me more than anything, actually. And I'm going to do a little reading for you. It's called Who Am I Now and Where Am I Going? Alright, so let's just, you know, take a step and stop, recap. Let's see where we have been actually, how we are now, or who we are now, because we're not who we were yesterday, and where we're heading to. Cards are so jumpy for you. Oh my god. It's so jumpy. Easy, easy. So yeah, let's do that, shall we? It's a lovely 7-card spread. It could be love, it could be domestic life, it could be work life, could be anything. If I need to clarify, I will, which I have been doing with the other signs as well, alright? Okay, my lovelies. And if you haven't already done it, I can't control these cards today. Just for you guys. They were fine before this. If you haven't already done it, grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, something stronger. Maybe your dinner. Anything you want. Come back and sit down with me. And let's see how your next 2 weeks are going to go. Okay? Oh, they're so... I can't control these. Honestly, they were grand for all the other signs. No, lovely. All right, let's get stuck into it, Cancer. I love Cancers. I love them. Love them. You're so lovely. My God, you're so lovely, and also very good looking. Cancer men and women, such good looking people. My God, I think that has something to do with my Venus and Mars and Virgo, though. I'm just like attracted to the waters. But you are so good looking and lovely, which is a great combo. Alright, let's get started, shall we? So, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh positions, alright? Let's look at the heart of the reading. They all mean different things in these positions, so we're going to go through that slowly. Normally, as you see in my other bi-weeklies, I like to flip them over really quick and get the energy immediately. But what I kind of want to do with this is just take my time unraveling the story, right? And then the last 3, boom, I like to throw those 3 together. So let's have a look. The very heart to your reading, this is your first position. This is who you are now. Do you know who you are now, Capricorn? Oh, Capricorn. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. Are some of you seeing a Capricorn? I haven't done Capricorn since the other day. That's bizarre. Okay, I was just seeing if it was a Capra, if it was the Devil card. I was like, well now, apologies Cancer, sorry about that. But do you know, in a weird way, I wasn't far off because you have the Pentacles here, you've got Capricorn, you've got Taurus and you've got Virgo. So maybe I'm picking up on your energy. Funnily enough, your brother and sister sign of Pisces had this card in the exact same position, right? So this is who you are now. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're trying to kind of get your life together at the moment. The 3 of Pentacles is all about trying to carve a life out for yourself. Tipping away at things, tipping away at life, sometimes tipping away at love, sometimes domestic life, all those things. Just trying to work away at it and kind of create something, and more importantly, cultivate something. This can be a financial thing, or it can be just you trying to, you know, as I say, Pentacles are like aspects of the self. It can be you trying to just carve away at yourself and be like, I want to be this particular person. Maybe some of you aren't or haven't been happy with who you were the last while or where you were going. You said, you know what, putting the brakes on this now. I don't want this anymore, but this is what I want for me. And it's you doing it for you, and it's you doing it for yourself, and deciding that you want your life to go a certain way. And why not? Why not do that? Why not have that? In many ways, people allow kind of the universe and destiny and fate to kind of take over. But there are times where we have to do that ourselves as well. There are times where we have to take the reins of our own life and just go, hey, this is what I want, and this is where I want to be. Now, with this particular energy sometimes as well, which I did say to Pisces too, was that you got to be careful a little bit about the people that surround you, right? For Pisces, it was their family. For you, it could be friends. For you, it could be work colleagues. There might be people around you that will look at what you're doing and say, what are you doing that for? Why do you want to do that? And you kind of, it stops you a little bit in your tracks, and you turn around and you're like, well, hold on, I'm working away here. I want to do this because this is right for me. This feels good to me. And they're saying, yeah, but why would you do that? Sometimes this can be a hierarchical structure as well. So you're looking at maybe if you, at home, say, looking at the matriarch and the patriarch of the family, maybe questioning your decisions at the moment. Also in work practices, it could be your boss or someone higher than that saying, well, why do you want to go this route? Could be somebody you're handing in your notice and going in a completely different direction, or a new job, and they're saying, why would you want to leave? Like, you have everything you need here, you have good money, you have a good position. But so most of the people that do this don't come to you with ill intent. They can't understand that you need more, that you want more, that life isn't just always about the finances, you know, having satisfaction in what you do and being who you are in those moments. So my advice to you would be, if any, to give you who you are now, is that don't take in this too much. Don't take this in too much. Turn back around. You don't need to, you can speak your truth, you can speak it in just a few words, that's it. Don't need to explain yourself to anyone with this. Just say, right, thank you very much for taking interest. This is just really good for me at the moment. Sorry, I can't keep chatting. I'm going to have to work away. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Bye. That's it. Done. All right? But it's not at the very beginning. You've already started to do this. It's a very, very conscious effort, but also it's a very practical effort. And that's great, because there's no point in having dreams if you're not going to put in the work, if you're not going to graft for your craft. And it's the same with love as well. Now, your second position, this card that is over this first card is, this is what you don't know about yourself, Cancer. What do you not know about yourself? Well, now, well, I just said to you about speaking your truth, and what you don't realize is that your ability to do that is greater than you think, or greater than you even know. You have the King of Swords here. You've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But you have a king. This is someone who has worked to get to where they need to be. It wasn't just handed to them. No, no, no. They had to fight the good fight. And not only that, they fought many battles. Some people say with other people in external environments, other people say internally, the internal battles that we have and we struggle with. They've won that war in a way against themselves, right? So we've got swords here. So we've got truth, logic, communication, rationale. We've got the power of the word. And if anyone knows how to use that, it's the King of Swords. Hence why he holds his sword. Remember, the tongue is the sword. It can be as mighty as the sword. And it can cut people down very, very quickly. This isn't a very aggressive physical energy like you would probably get off the fire signs. But its energy and aggression comes out in the use of the word. The word carries weight, especially with this sign, and especially with the king. For me, this is normally like an Aquarius. The Page of Swords is a Gemini, the Queen of Swords is Libra, and the King of Swords for me is an Aquarius. So some of you may have Aquarius in your chart, or you may have someone that is an Aquarius that is actually having a really good effect on you. Because, you know, Aquarius do say it as it is as well. They are sometimes can be like a little bit shy too. But when it comes to being blunt, my God, they'll tell you it straight. Any decent Aquarius will tell you the truth, right? In that sense. But this is about you adopting this nature. But not only that, knowing that you have it. Not realizing that you can utilize the energies from this card. Not only that, the wisdom that you've acquired is going to aid you into growing even stronger. There is a high level of diplomacy with this King of Swords. He knows how to say things. He's such a way with words. My God. Other times, you know, I said the sword is like, or the tongue is the sword. Other times, his fluidity of language and dialogue with people and interaction and engagement with people is so strong. He's just so charming. And sometimes when you listen to him, there's almost this poetic sound to how they speak. This is within you, Cancer. This is what you don't know about you. And now you know. So if you do come across the naysayers, alright, if you do, know that you have this, that you can say your piece. Remember I said you don't have to tell them everything. And you most certainly don't have to justify yourself to anyone. Speak your truth. Make it quick, make it short, and get your point across. And then turn back and concentrate on where you're going and keep working away at it, because just don't give too much energy to these lads. I just don't know. Sometimes people, there's not a lot of acceptance in the world, and when you do something that, especially when you engage with living in your truth and being an individual and acknowledging your journey and where you want to be, there are people that seem like they're against that, but it's only the fear in them. There's a lot of courage to do the Three of Pentacles. It may be a smaller card in the deck, it might be the Minor Arcana, but there's still strength in this, because it's a decision to move forward and to create a life for yourself and work, more importantly, work away at it. And so people will see that and they don't have that courage, they have fear. And that's not a bad thing. For them it kind of sucks, I guess, but realistically it's just them projecting. So when they project, you use him. Okay? Nice, right? Okay, feeling stronger? Feeling content? Yes. All right. Now you have 3 and 4 here. So this third card, this is what you need to relinquish. This is what you need to get rid of. You need to cut the cord on that. Don't need it anymore. Don't want it anymore. Feng shui yourself, right? This is this one. Well, do you know what I'm finding really funny about this particular spread? Nearly for every reading I've done for the signs, anything you need to relinquish is always a good card, and anything you need to develop is always kind of a negative card. I'm like, am I just shuffling these wrong? What? But no, the cards want you to know these things, alright? So here it is. What you need to relinquish. Queen of Cups. Well, darlings, this is you, isn't it, really? This is the epitome of Cancer. Yes, the King of Cups can also be the epitome of Cancer, but I think because Cancer is a female sign and it's such a beautiful sign, I think it rests more comfortably in the Queen of Cups card. Now, there's something about this Queen of Cups. She's the exact same as the King of Cups in that sense that they understand emotion in every single form and any emotion that is evoked within them and that they experience. So you're looking at someone that sees the calm of the sea and understands how that works, then sees how rough the sea can get and how turbulent it can get and how rocky at times it can get. But they always just go with that emotion because they know that once that emotion passes, the other one can come in. And no, it's temporary and it's momentarily as well. They don't let their inner emotions completely take over them. Now, it's not to say that they don't feel. Of course you feel, especially Cancers. You feel so much. Maybe not as much as Scorpio does, but you feel a lot. And that's why as well the Cancer is ruled by the crab, to create that outer shell, that outer armour that you need in life sometimes. This is what you need to relinquish. Well, I don't want to say that you need to fully turn your back on yourself. I don't think so. Because I think whatever element you're born into, that sticks. It's not going to move. It's who you are. We can adopt other energies from other suits that you don't know even about. The King of Swords here. This is the element that you are going to engage into and to utilize when necessary. But it doesn't stick as much as our own element does, right? So what I'd say to you here is, Cancer, don't completely cut yourself off. Don't completely get rid of your emotional side. I don't think that's the case. I think what the cards are saying to you here is you need to explore the other elements and how to utilize them as best you can. This beautiful feminine energy will work in some circumstances, but it won't always work in the other ones. So it's learning how to use these different elements and their attributes and idiosyncrasies effectively, and then how to give them back as well. Because this is what you're doing here. You see? This is saying don't is tough for you because you come from an emotional place first and foremost. That's your default setting. That's where you go to. But the card is saying, look, try to bypass that slightly and delve into the other elements so that you can see what works for you, especially in certain scenarios, especially in this scenario that you have thus far. Right? I don't want you to forget about yourself. You're too lovely. You're too lovely. And she's gorgeous. So, but try a different approach. Look at it in another way. How would the other elements act in this scenario? And see what happens with that. Okay? Now, what you need to develop, I bet you this is going to be a negative card. This is just my luck for some reason with this reading this time. And also for the other readings. But this is what you need to develop. Shall we have a look? Oh yeah. Thanks cards. You're just pulling, I mean, I swear they're just having the crack with me. They're just playing with me right now. Through all the readings, they've just been playing with me completely. Well look, hey, I'll roll with them. Right, so we've got Cups energy again. Again, we've 7 of Cups so this time. And this is what you need to develop. Well, let's explore the card a little bit more. What we're looking at is, as I said, 7 of Cups. You got that water energy again. Gorgeous, beautiful, fluid energy. Very nurturing, very caring, very comforting, very protective in its own lovely way. Now this 7 of Cups card is about not really kind of seeing things properly. By that I mean kind of being confused by things. By that I mean there are many options, you're not quite sure which one to go for. Now there's uncertainty in that confusion, yes, but there is confusion there because there is a veil that's draped over these options and we can't see them for what they are. As I always say, it's like you're standing outside someone's house and it's the evening time and they've the curtains on the window and they switch on the light and you know that you can see people moving in and around but you can't really see who they are or what they're doing. That's what this card is like. It's like that inner curtain at the window. It's like you know there's stuff there but you can't really see what's going on and therefore you don't really know which one to choose. So this is something that you need to develop. So you kind of need to develop kind of trusting your gut instinct on things when things aren't showing themselves to you in the way that would seem clearer. They're not showing themselves in ways to you that seems very honest. They're not showing themselves in complete accuracy. So you need to develop this skill of trusting yourself, trusting your gut, if you want to call it that, your instinct, if you want to call it that, your intuition, if you want to call it that. You need to hone in on these skills so that you can make a decision effectively when people or things or scenarios or situations don't always present themselves as honestly as they should. And to know that you need to trust in yourself a little bit more, I think. You need to just trust in yourself that little bit more. I know that you can make the right decision regardless. But I feel like for a lot of you there's... Hold on. I want to clarify this because I feel like this is something particular. Now it could be love for some of you or something that you have an emotional attachment to or that you gain emotional satisfaction from, right? Or you want to gain emotional satisfaction from. 1, 2, 2. Crikey. Let's move these over. Okay, so I get now why you're kind of confused. Okay, so here's the thing, and this kind of really ties in with your 3 of Pentacles as well. Some of you are going down a different route in life. Could be love, could be work, domestic, whatever area it is. Some of you are going down a certain road of life. I actually think some of you are married as well. And then you realise that it wasn't it for you. That's just it. It just completely, you're like, I need a new chapter. This is not for me. This is not where I'm supposed to be headed. This is not where I'm supposed to be going. Okay? I think there's a realisation in that. A big realization for that. And you, because you have the Judgment card and you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords comes in as the purest energy in this particular suit. So it's like full on truth. It is full on honesty. It's full on logic and thought, thinking, cerebral processes. This is it for you. And not only that, you have the Judgment card beside it. So it's like Ace of Swords comes in, it gives you this realization of what you want, or more importantly, what you don't want anymore. And cuts it all away, like just kind of gets rid of it. And then the Judgment card comes in and says, well, yeah, I'm glad Ace of Swords came in and got rid of it, because you needed to hear me, Cancer, because you weren't hearing me. You weren't hearing me at all. You needed to be freer in yourself. You needed to show yourself from the inside out. You needed to reveal yourself. And I guess that may have been slightly uncomfortable for Cancer, because you don't really like always showing yourself in that way. You know, that's why you've the crabby shell. You don't really want to do that. You don't want to show yourself in that way off to different people. But this is about you learning. This is very important for you, and I think this is what this 2 weeks is to develop your voice a little bit more. Now, some of you are probably really chatty and give your opinions, and that's one thing, but this is about speaking a truth of you. As I said, from the inside out. Showing people where you want to be, where you want to go, and in many ways, the truest version of yourself may be in a really long time. But I get that there's like confusion, because this is something that you're learning. This is something you're not quite sure of. You're aware that this particular suit of air, because there's swords everywhere here, it's not something you're quite sure of. So you're playing around with at the same time. But there is that confusion of, where do I go next? Where do I go? What do I do? It just feels like you're becoming emotionally overwhelmed by it all. But as I said, stick with your gut instinct here, because you can make the right decision. I will say to you, if this is people, you have to choose between people in your life. It could be like if you're married or you're seeing someone else now, or you know, that's broken down or whatever, or it's like you're picking someone over your family members or something, you know, if it's intrinsically connected with people in that sense, just be very careful, because I feel like people aren't showing themselves properly to you. They're not. I know you know this, right? Because you can feel this, and that's why there's confusion. That's why you back away slightly. Take in the Ace of Swords energy. Take in the Page of Swords energy. Allow this Ace of Swords, if anything, to train the Page of Swords. And look at how he looks over. He knows that this is you can be victorious in this. And it is a new beginning for you in developing this element of finding your voice again. But, I mean, it's good things. Like, these are good things. You have a major arcana of Judgment here. You're going to be living in your truest self here, Cancer. And that's something to say. Like, that's not a lot of people do that. So, right, kudos to you. Right, and the last 3 cards here, 5, 6, and 7. As I said, I like to kind of just turn these over really quick. I just want to say I'm really sorry if you can hear trucks outside my house. They're pretty noisy, and I really wish they'd just move on. But anyhow, never. Apologies if you've got that atmos coming in, okay? Right, 5, 6, and 7. Let's flip these over. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ah, ooh. Okay. Right. So what you'd love to become, that's the 5th position here. And that is the 4 of Swords. This is what you would love to become. 4 of Swords can be attached to death and grief in many ways. It can be attached to sickness. And it can be attached, more importantly, to healing. Healing yourself. This is what you want to become. And you've got extra sword energy here. Swords all over the place, really, don't you? I think for some of you, it's like you want to kind of adopt the air elements and become more mentally forward maybe than you are emotionally forward. Because then you won't feel as much as you do. And yet at the same time, it will alleviate the heavier, overwhelming feeling that you have if you come from a more Libra, Gemini and Aquarius way of viewing things. Not only that, I think some of you want to heal past memories. I feel like some of you want to heal yourself from things that have gone. I think some of you want to heal yourself from other people's words. that have affected you. I think you're like, I just want to be a little bit more in my head, because that will help you as well to create a structure. But I feel like some of you just actually as well, you just want to break. You just kind of want to break for some people. And I think you kind of want to break from negative people as well. Because that's not something Cancer is. Cancer is not negative. You want to as well just become a little bit more balanced, but spiritually. You want time to reflect and time to heal yourself without external influences. You want to rest. You want to know that your mobile phone's not going to go off every few minutes. Somebody at you, something wants something, something this, something that, something given out about some drama in their life. You're just like, do you know what? What I'd love to become is someone that has the ability to heal themselves and to turn inwardly and to extract those negative thoughts. Because remember, because you're a water sign, you will pull in everyone else's feelings. Like, you really will. I think you know that, though. I don't really need to say this stuff to you, but I just say it to kind of, I guess, remind you. Is that it's not only the waves of your own inner emotions you take on, it's everyone else's. And so what you'd like to do is have that ability to push back with the air energy, not get too attached, as air doesn't really. So that you can be there and you can be helpful and you can listen without taking on the burdens of everyone else. Cancer, I feel like you've had a lot of the burden of everyone else. This is something that you need to learn to let go of. That everyone else's story is not your own. And that it's unfair. And I guess, like, in many ways, unrealistic to put that on yourself. You can't carry them. You know, you just can't. Now your 6th card here, this is your current quest. Right, so combined with the 4 of Swords, I'm kind of happy this is a progression. Now we're going from a 4 to a 3. I wouldn't worry too much about that because of what this card represents. So we've got you again, right? We're floating, if anything, we're floating in and out between water and air. So much. We just got Cups and Swords in this. Bar your 3 of Pentacles, everything else is Cups and Swords. So some of you may be feeling a lot of mental and emotional anguish, or the pull between the 2 of those things, okay? 3 of Cups is about celebration. It's about having a beautiful supportive network around you of people that love you, want to be with you, want to take care of you, but also want to have a good time with you, alright? Like, I know Cancers. I know my Cancers. And I know that nearly, I want to say nearly every single Cancer woman I know loves a glass of wine. Like, put it in her hand, she is happy out. Like, she loves her wine. She loves wine. Why not? Wine is lovely. But this is just what's making me laugh, because we've all the females here with the cups. But it's not just a female support system. If you're a male watching this, this can also mean that you have other males in your life that are part of your support system, but that will give you sort of more of that feminine energy, attention, of feeling like you're cared for, of feeling that you're part of their crowd, or feeling like they're your family and that they're your tribe and that they'll take care of you, okay? It's not really aggressive energy in that sense. And there could be just more, as well, more emotionally in tune people that are around you. So this is your current quest. This is where you want to be. You're kind of like, I want to work away at things. I want to kind of get to know this side of me more. I need to use this more. I need to rest as well. But more importantly, I need to go out and have fun. And I need to celebrate. This is what I need to do. And that's your current quest, because I get it. It feels being pulled every which way off people here, Cancer. It's not very fair. My advice to you, what you're doing, aces, go for it. Go out and just have a night out. Go, or not even night out, do something that makes you feel good. Go to a day spa. Go out, go for a jog even. Just bring yourself back to you and enjoy it as well with other people, because that is what will refuel you, I think, in many ways as well, which is really nice. And go out and have a good time. Do you know, go out and have a good time. Go out and get your glass of wine. You know what I mean? Or craft beer, or whatever. No, whatever makes you feel happy, go and do that now, because you need to give back to yourself a little bit, I think. Like you're being pulled every way by people, and that's not fair. So where would this all lead you? Well, I believe the only major arcana, I know it clarified here, but realistically in the spread, the only major arcana I have here is the Hierophant. Nice. Why is this nice? Because Hierophant, as I said, major arcana. He is the priest of the deck. He is the opposite of the high priestess. They go hand in hand. Their energies may be different, but level-wise, they are very, very equal to one another. And this is about kind of feeling a bit more rooted and grounded and feeling like you're back on solid ground. That the earth, you can feel the earth beneath your feet, and that you feel like you're steadier than maybe you have been in quite some time. This is understanding your strengths. This is also understanding that you are your own pillar of strength. In many ways, the priest represents institutions in all areas. We're looking at religious, we're looking at financial, we're looking at medical, and we're looking at legal. All of those things wrapped into one. And for me, as I always say, sometimes this card is about getting a new house. So I don't know if some of you are kind of torn between that, and that's really what's going on for you, and this creating your path for yourself is actually you trying to get on the property ladder, which very much so could be. But more importantly, I think it's about you finding a solid structure for yourself. Knowing that maybe you can utilize these institutions if you wish, but I just feel like this is more you. I just feel like you're like, oh, I feel better now. I've gone back to Pentacle energy. I feel good, all right? I feel earthed, I feel grounded, and more importantly, feel rooted. You don't feel as swayed as you did with these cup emotions. You don't feel as cerebral up in the air like a balloon like you did with the swords, with your air signs. You're kind of feeling steadier on your feet now. And now also it's like you have something to say. But you have something to say for more of a structured experience rather than I'm just saying this for the hell of it, or because this is my opinion. This comes from life experience. This comes from going through things and going, well, look, this is where I am now, and this is where I'm deciding to move forward. For some of you, I just want to say, because I said this to Pisces as well, just be careful about drinking too much. Because this may have an effect on where you're going. Yeah. But do celebrate though. Could also be that some of you are actually celebrating on getting a house. Hooray! Congratulations. Could be as well some of you are finalising legal matters and business and financial or even medical. I don't really feel, maybe a little bit of medical because we've got the Four of Swords here too. Healing. Maybe some of you are winning a claim. There's been medical negligence maybe in the medical institutions, possibly. But this is more solid. You're going to feel a lot more solid at the end of these 2 weeks, Cancer. And I want you to breathe into that and actually just take your time with the following 2 weeks, because then you're on a nice rhythm. Take it one step at a time. That's what I'll say. Alright, darlings. This has been your bi-weekly reading, something different. Who am I now and where am I going? July 17th to July 30th, 2017. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. If you're going through any of these things, let us know. This is a Tuatha, this is a family, and we all take care of each other here. If you're looking for extra guidance in your general life or your love life, or maybe a bit of both, I'm your gal. My email address is below. You can email me directly and I will email you on my prices and my services as well. I mainly do Skype readings in July, but if you're very stuck, I can do a video one for you as well, okay? It's not a problem. I'll fit it in. Don't want to leave you at a loss, alright? Alright, my darlings, thank you again for being with me for these 2 weeks. I hope you have a beautiful 2 weeks. Take care of yourselves, alright? Don't let anyone pull you in every which way direction. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you in the following 2 weeks. Many blessings to you, Cancer. See you soon. Bye-bye.